Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. I am the Game Master, Johanan. Before we do our introductions, we are having some sort of issue with Twitch tonight. If you're watching, tell us how. But yeah.
I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. It's me, Casualty CDG. If you can't watch on Twitch, you can watch on Facebook. You can watch on our YouTube as well. Since it's Thursday, we're playing an age game, and that age game is Fantasy Age. And I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the Eladrin sort of high elf of the party.
And I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, the casually terrible Go player who's trying to stream a lot more on Twitch. But that is something aside, because what I'm doing tonight is playing, once again, the Orc Arquebusier. The hell am I? Who am I? What am I? I am Renace. There we go.
And it is me, once again, Erin Baumier, game designer with Adventure Slaying Productions, also doing the Adventure Slaying podcast. And I'm back as Balor, trying to keep my pirate friends alive.
What's up? It's just me left. I'm Keon, right? Yeah. I'm Keon. I make music. I did the intro thing. I'm playing Lawrence Fishbone, and I watched a video on all the different British accents today, and I think I got it. I think I did it. I got it.
Did you learn that from Jahan?
Alright. I'm proper
Learn that
chuffed.
from me. Sidebar says you're online, but the video area says the game is already over. I'm so confused. Here, let me type in. Vamp is apparently... So apparently they can still chat with us through Twitch. Which doesn't make any sense.
How do you FaceTime Vampire Bites?
The game is already over. Perhaps it was a scheduling issue.
You know, I was talking about Vampire Bites today with my wife. She just has two random, red marks on her thigh. And she said that Vampire Bites must have snuck in and bit her. And I was like, take a picture and send it to him. So we have a picture. We just didn't send it to them yet. But there's a picture of evidence that Vampire Bites broke in and tried to turn my wife last night.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on YouTube now. The live chat.
Excellent.
Way to break the masquerade.
So there was an issue that they're claiming is resolved as of yesterday, where people couldn't broadcast, but I still can't, apparently, so that's cool. Hi, everybody who's watching. It's okay, we have people that watch after the fact anyways. So, where we last left off, you guys were battling it out on the behalf of the spirit of the turtle, the protector of the sea, versus dark, corrupted shark people. And you were it was hit or miss. You guys doing pretty good, but holy crap, did you guys take some mighty, mighty blows. Some of you have been hurt very badly. There are currently 3 plus the big guy still up. Yeah. We'll jump back into it. The turtles have hatched, and they are on their way to the ocean. And if they make it, you guys win. That's how it works. I do believe the very first person is Lawrence? Oh, it's Thomas. Hector seized the initiative.
Yes, I seized the initiative. What's going on around us there, boss?
So
I believe what I last did was heal up Solwyn. Or not Solwyn. Solwyn's way deep. I heal up Balor as she was next to me. And shit was going down.
Yeah,
and then I made a run for the trench to try to get to where I could get in between people. That's where I'm at now.
Yeah, there's a shark guy there.
Putting hands on bodies.
One of these sea devils is there trying to get at the turtles currently.
Man, I'm gonna give him that good whip. That's about all I can do.
Give him that
So
good
that's
whip.
what he's getting.
Nothing wrong giving a good whip.
I rolled it, but I can't see it.
Nice.
15. With 3 stun points.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So yeah, well done.
That
That is
just
a
had a
hit.
conversation about the stunt points. I should have pulled that thing up. I didn't. Whatever
We didn't
stunt
talk about
point. Whatever stunt point thing I can use there, I'll use. Aaron, what's over there? I know you have that sheet up.
I do.
Let's see.
actually-
You can. You have 3. Yeah, you can skirmish him away from the turtles.
Yeah, get away, bitch.
Okay. Yeah, you use your 3
Move,
points
bitch.
to shoot this guy. So essentially, you whip and like pull, and the shark gets pulled away from the turtles. And you do protect him in this manner. Go ahead and give me that damage. That omelet do damage.
Okay. It's a D6 plus willpower. Oh, does he have any weapons on him? Can I disarm him as well as do that? Or is that too much stuff?
You can disarm him, but he won't get moved as far.
That's okay. I won't do that. I want him away.
4 plus 3? No,
Yep.
4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. 4 plus 4.
Alrighty. 8's not bad. Let me take into account his armor.
And move.
And he moves.
Get away from them.
Using those stun points, you can push him 18 feet away from the business.
Which is a lot, yeah.
I'm going to push him as close as I can to my allies who are on the way.
Your
So,
closest
they can
ally
come
is
free
Solwyn.
licks.
And
Oh, Solwyn's all fucked up. I'm not going to push him towards Solwyn.
Hernas is also kind of close.
Nah, he's a rangy guy. I guess I'm not pushing him towards them. Can I push him towards Larry?
Yeah, you can push it towards Larry. Leadership
Do that.
Larry.
Let Larry put
also
some
known
hands on this
as-
man.
Also known as Steve.
Oh yeah, was Steve out here with us getting it too?
Yeah, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, get Steve out there too. Yeah, let
But
them
Larry's
guys
not
know.
Steve. Lawrence is Larry.
Yeah,
Oh!
Lawrence is Larry.
Where was Steve in? Well, where was Steve in the last combat encounter? He wasn't there when we were fighting these things last.
It was here.
No, he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
He
take
was
a
he was
turn.
here narratively. He was
His
here as-
rolls were so bad he just didn't show.
Yeah, he's here.
Functionally not around.
He rolls off the table.
And then, with the tide, comes Steve.
Buscemi.
The character I forgot to roll for
You have
last
just
fight.
changed this character for me.
boy, he looks different now.
Hey, we
He's got
doing
the
this?
eyes.
Everybody.
God.
He's a 9/11 firefighter, y'all. Show some
Yeah, he is.
respect.
No, better than that. He showed up after being a firefighter and volunteered. Yeah. Because he was retired from being a firefighter.
Yeah, he flew the planes.
No, what? What the fuck? Why?
That's how we got there so quick.
Nobody's watching.
There are 5 people watching.
Fucking cease and desist from Steve Buscemi's lawyer. He's like, he's
I
vampire
did not fly planes into the World Trade Center.
Slander. Oh my god. Alex Jones wants us on his podcast. So you have proof of this.
Finally, we've got proof.
The planes are
Eyewitnesses.
the planes are turning. The,
planes
pilot's
are
gay.
nice.
Anyways, back to reality. I don't know.
So I hit him with my whip and move him off towards Lawrence and Steve.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let Steve go. Steve's gonna.
Hit him, Steve.
Okay, Steve, calm down. Jesus Christ. So Steve shanks the crap out of this guy. Like, no issue whatsoever.
For 3 turns worth.
Very powerful. Steve is OP, low key, but we kind of need him.
No, he does come in and get it. Like, you whip him right into Steve, and Steve just stabs him in the chest. Pretty
Just
brutally.
going Drax Dave Batista on him.
Prison style, yeah, straight up. Lawrence, I do believe you're next. I don't actually know, but
Still fighting the head the head boy. Right?
Yeah, the cheese,
Nash?
the head cheese. Yeah.
He's bleeding. I'm not bleeding yet. We're getting there. I'm a tackle and grapple.
That's a hit.
I gotta pull another roll. 20. Yeah, that's a hit. No stunt points. All
No
right.
stun points.
And then I'm gonna roll the sword. +1 for dual wielding, and I think +1 for some buff I had.
Yes.
I want to say. So 8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage. That's not that bad. You slash a fresh red ribbon across this guy's chest, cutting through some of his tattoos that he has on his belly. And he'll grit his teeth at you. And he'll say a swear in your shared language.
I know, bitches, man.
But I believe he goes like right after you, so he's going to eat your whole ass.
Ooh.
Man.
Are we in a log cabin?
Abraham Lincoln was a bottom feeder.
Without context, I don't know.
I don't think you
like
need context.
that. I like that.
That
Thank
con-
you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. What's your defense, Keon?
I think 11. And then armor 4.
Okay, you get stabbed by a trident.
Sick.
So he utters a swear in your aquatic language, and then just rails you with this trident, straight all 3 prongs right in your stomach. Take 15 damage.
After armor?
No, before armor.
So 11.
Yeah.
All right. I'm bleeding a lot.
Yeah. He's going to throw his trident a little bit, just like with a flick of the wrist, and make the blood disperse everywhere. And you'll see it sort of descend, turning the air a little red, as all of the still standing sharks start to smell it and begin to frenzy.
So can I do? I guess I didn't do my minor. I didn't do a minor action. Can I use my minor action to move away from him?
I mean, if you want to.
No, I guess I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that before. No, I don't know that.
Yeah, you would have done that before, then he would be on you again now.
No.
Order operations. Who said algebra wouldn't come in handy? Alright, so
Probably you.
it's this point where it gets a little fuzzy for me. But, Solwyn.
I think I'm at the top, which means I'm at the bottom, because I was the last one to go before we took a break.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think it's her, Nasa, and then after that would be Belor.
Okay. Hernash, Balor, and then Sharks. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was actually moving you. I was doing you now because I was like, I think he was at the top. So I was.
Yeah, me and Thomas were at the top, but then he seize the initiative.
Yes. Okay.
So yep, that's how it is.
Hernash. There is a Shark Boy frenzying, fighting with Steve, and that one's kind of trying to get at the turtles. There is one in the mix with Belor, Lawrence, and Nash. And then there's a third one that seems primarily focused on you.
Okay, I am going to charge up on the one that's on us because I want to pull him away from Solwyn, or pull his attention away from Solwyn. So first off, I'm going to charge. So it gives me +1 to my attack roll.
Nice.
And I'm just going to try to smack him with the butt of my rifle because at that point, neither of my weapons are loaded. So I have
But
to
smacking.
hope.
Hell yeah.
But hey, if I get some points, I could reload this way. So.
Yeah, you've been relying on it to reload, and it's really interesting and funny.
Every time, like, slow-mo cinematic in my head of him, like, front flipping, like, pulling all this stuff out of the air and catching it just right. I'm like, this is awesome.
It's pretty dope.
So just for the clear mental imagery, the last thing I did was shove this guy into a pit on top of his buddy with all my stunt points. So these two sharks are down in a pit right now. and the one that's still kicking has that spell on him that makes him slow. He's disoriented.
Right. He is disoriented.
So he has a -2 to all of his tests and half move speed. So you've got a shark monster in a pit trying to climb out. That's what you're looking at here.
Okay, so I'm going down basically.
Well, there is one that is also not in a pit.
Oh, there's one that's up. Oh, okay.
There should be 2 in the pit. And
Is there
then
2 in
we
the
should
pit?
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
was the last thing I did with all my stunt points
Right,
was
okay.
melee shoved this guy in the pit with the last ditch effort.
Yes, one of them is
Bottom
crawling
one
out
was
of
dead.
the pit.
Yeah, and the other one fell on top of that one. I was
Yeah.
trying to get out.
That.
To the pit with him, bloodthirsty.
Oh, you get bonuses to that, so yes, that is definitely it.
I've added +1 because of my charge, and oh wait, that'd be 13. Sorry, because of the enchantment that's in the air. I remember now.
Yeah, I also enchant weapon to you on top of that.
Yep.
That was on the pistol though.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
just the
fair.
pistol, you're right.
It's a hit, buddy.
So I am going to spend that into my stunt points because stunt points only matter if I actually succeeds. I'll reload both my weapons for 2.
Because you can
gotta
take
reload,
that one
man.
twice. That's funny.
I love that he kicks this guy in the face while he's reloading his guns.
He's almost cheating. That's why it's funny. Almost.
It's like reload. Stay the hell down there. I'm reloading, alright?
Okay.
You can hold on the other one. Go down there.
Sharks are just like, how many fucking arms does this guy have?
I like that. I would think Hernas is like looking down the beach for the next target, and like the one under his foot is more of a nuisance. Just get out of here. Yep, there's my bit.
I'm also going to pierce armor, so half of his armor will apply.
Hell yeah. Big turn, Corpinion. Good job.
Unfortunately, it's an improvised weapon when I'm smucking them with the rifle. So, dude, I think
Did
even
you
with
get
half,
the-
it does nothing.
And I think you have the +1 damage from.
You do.
Ooh, 3.
Yes.
That might have done damage.
Okay, so you
Remember-
actually do a
Remember when I
damage,
pushed that guy though?
Yay!
and you reload both your guns. Yeah.
Productive turn. My minor, before I let it go,
Yeah,
'cause
go ahead.
I did hit him. I'm going to press the attack. So if he tries to move, if he tries to move away from me, I'm going to follow after him.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay. Fair enough. Belor.
Okay, so I'm up there with Larry and the big dude, and then there's like one or two more of those shark people with us.
There's you and Kian are fighting 2. One of whom is Nash.
Okay, gotcha. And Larry, how beat up are you looking right now? Do you feel like you're doing okay, or do you feel like you're haggard AF, as they say?
I don't know if you can see, love, but my fucking guts are hanging out of my stomach right now. Like, this is not normal, okay? I could use some help.
It's funny
Give him
because
some gauze.
just put a band-aid on it, it'll be fine.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm going to, because I remember I've been kind of dueling this one. I'm gonna divert my attention from shark guy in front of me for a moment to reach my chakram over, and as I do, the energy comes over, does the thing, and I'm gonna heal you with 3 magic points for. Oh, just kidding. Let's drop that down to a cost of 1 magic points. And roll the freaking heal.
Did you say you're running low on magic points?
No, I use my stunt
Use
points
the
to
stunt.
Gotcha.
reduce that down to 1. And I have to roll 3d6. I did it the hard way, I'm sorry, but that is 9.
Hey, thank you.
You regain 9
problem.
health.
I'm not bleeding.
Let me double
No.
check that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm bleeding a little bit. No, I'm not bleeding. No blood.
Well, I'm gonna do that with a twirl or something fancy like that, and then I think that's gonna be it because I have to guard up first, so that'll be it.
Hey, Penguin. Are you watching on Twitch, Penguin? Because if so, how?
No,
Penguin's
Penguin
watching on
said, how
YouTube.
do I earn Twitch channel points here?
Okay, they're in somewhere else. Gotcha.
It's a place where bad things get said.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been
Oh,
some...
YouTube?
Yeah, on the YouTube chat, there's been some horrible things people pop into YouTube and say that usually people don't pop into Twitch and say.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's
I
fun.
don't even get.
Yeah, there was
I'm not with the YouTube chat either, unfortunately.
there was a period of time where different celebrity names would pop in and just say racial slurs until I banned them. So it's fun.
Yep, and we didn't realize that celebrities were like that behind closed doors, but it makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
Show you once, believe him the first time.
Blore, well done.
Thank you.
Sharks are they're gonna eat. That shark that you're dueling is going to not allow you to heal your friend further. That's a hit. Don't worry, no stun points.
Silver linings.
And they are frenzying. Okay.
Don't like that.
You probably
I'm just gonna say I don't like that.
Oops, I rolled too much. My bad. Alright.
Bastard.
So, what's your armor? You don't have any. Take 11.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I do like a twirl and I come over and I'm like, zoom, and then Lawrence, feel more, less like your guts are spilling out. And then as my attention's on you, this trident right into the side and I buckle.
Yeah.
With that one. That's pretty bad. I'm in pretty bad shape. Now my guts are spilling out. So.
There's a lot of that going around.
Better than me.
The one that got water whipped away from the turtles is going to attempt. I guess he'll try to fight water whip. Thomas, what's your defense? I actually think he missed you.
Hopefully it's very low, because I have no armor. 10.
Your defense is 10?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty low play. You might want to look into that. All right. In comes a trident. And he has froth coming out of his mouth as his dead doll eyes rush in, and he shanks you with his trident for 11.
It's black like a doll's eyes.
Black like a doll's eyes.
If anyone could see Hector, you just see him and just sort of fall to his knees and is just has a hand up. That's about all the juice he's got left in him.
Are you down, or are you almost down?
No.
Okay.
Pretty much. If the guy sneezes, I am.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I could collect on your bounty that you probably have.
I don't know that we have a
That's what you're
bounty.
saying.
We might have a bounty.
I can guarantee that you can turn in pirates. You guys are pirates. It's a thing.
Probably.
Lawrence will mind if I collect on it.
And then the last one is the disoriented one trying to crawl out of the pit. Let me see if he can crawl out of the pit. He's disoriented.
-2 to his tests.
He'll leap at you, Hernas, and he'll snap at your feet. And you see he has red froth coming out of his mouth as well. But he will fall back in the pit. The pit's working, guys. The pit's working.
Good pit trap.
All right, Solwyn.
I'm going to fire off an Arcane Blast down into the pit at this thing. And before you tell me that I miss,
You don't.
Oh, you also get a chance to save against the Disorient at the beginning of my turn. Which is right now.
What do I need to roll? What's your spell?
Roll
power?
your willpower self-discipline, and you're trying to beat a 13.
I do not beat a 13.
Okay,
I'm
good
still
news.
disoriented, And because they're frenzying, they are easier to hit right now. They just do more damage. So you actually do hit them with the 10.
And then I'll do 7 damage with the Arcane Blast. And so what that looks like is I pull up my left arm and I bring up my sleeve just a little bit, and you see this piece of the Moonstone emblazoned in my gauntlet kind of flickers and sparks, and it obviously isn't releasing the magic that it has the potential to. But a Weasley little beam fires out and blasts this guy down in the pit.
He takes pretty good damage. It's not bad. He is...
it's almost like a wispy, fey, smoky wind sort of thing. It's almost invisible, except it isn't.
Yeah, you blast him in the face. He loses a few teeth. You can't tell what's his blood and what's the froth from the air. Hector Adonis.
How beat up does this dude look? Or is he one of the fresh guys?
The one that you are toe-to-toe with is... I mean, all of them are hurt, but he's probably the least hurt.
That's what I thought. We're gonna do this.
That is a hit because they are frenzying.
That's me trying to heal myself.
Oh, that's you trying to... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just laying on hands. I just rolled it in case I got some stunts to go with it.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't.
You do pass. You do pass.
You hit your T in on the dot, though. Look at that.
Yeah. You had to do a 10, you got a 10. Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
So, just like you keep saying, except this time, like, bleeding out of my mouth and nose and ears, like, my eyes gloss over that white color, and I'm just, like, dumping this water, like, trying to heal myself, just impaled. Scars everywhere. Yuck.
They ever show you that
It's
part in the
hard.
movies where someone's frantically using magic to stuff their guts back in? But
Yeah. Yeah, where's that? See?
Reservoir
Crazy glue it
Wizards.
together, it'll be fine.
Lawrence.
Yep. How beaten up is Nash looking?
I mean, he's pretty hurt. You've been doing good.
All right. I mean, I guess all I can do is I'm gonna do the all-out attack. Right? So +1 damage, -1 defense. So item. Oh yikes!
No.
Well, that was bad.
Do you have any points?
I mean, we can't do any boons.
Oh yeah, you can't get boons.
Yeah.
Everyone,
I think it's safe to say that everyone gets a boon because Vampire
everyone
Bites
get
is
a
here.
boon because
Yeah,
Vampire
Vampire
Bites
Bites
is
Vampire
here.
Vampire Bites.
Very nice.
Well, that means Jahan got one too, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Probably.
I spend mine to cancel his out.
We know your games, vampire.
I got a 6 as one of them.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Cool. And 3 stud points from before that. Were...
Well, technically, you changed one of the ones to a 6, so it's not doubles anymore.
Oh, right. Right, okay.
Knock him prone.
No,
Defensive
I do-
stance.
Do damage.
Disarm.
+2.
Yeah, 4 + 2, that's 6. Not bad.
Damage.
Hey, you draw another bead of blood across him, and he's going to back up a little bit. His fin is going to unfurrow, and the tentacles that it's comprised of are going to shake at you in a threatening sort of dance. He is going to...
Oh, and I guard up. I'm guarded up. I'm guarded up right now.
He's going to
For 2.
break from the fight. He's going to run towards the turtles.
Nice. I mean, not nice.
You know what he's going to do? So the turtle's getting close to the water. He's going to go to the water's edge. And he's going to cast a spell that he can cast.
Biff the roll. Biff it.
Nah, you didn't biff it. You've seen him do this before. He raises his arms and he creates a whirlpool out away from the shore, and it pulls the water line down as it pulls the water in. as these turtles are about to make it. They're getting pretty close.
Somebody fucking kill that guy.
Yeah, it's a dick move, but it's something you could do, and it works. Because the turtles are probably going to hit the water like next turn.
I'll race you to that line. No, I'm at the other line.
Yeah, pretty much. Hernas. You have 2 fully loaded guns.
Is not the guy in the pit, but the guy's bothering our 2 other magic users. Are they within? I lost the number. Are they within 12 yards?
I'm still pointing at the guy running to the beach, casting magic, looking back up at where you were at. Fucking shoot him!
Are you talking about Nash? Is he within 12 yards?
Nash. No. I'm talking about the guy that's bothering. That's been stabbing.
Oh yeah, that guy's within 12 yards of you, definitely. The one that's just been murdering poor Hector.
I'm gonna aim at that guy.
Or 2. I gave my sword to Steve, so I only have my water whip.
Fortunately, since they are frenzied, they are easier to hit. So yeah.
Okay, so did I count? Haha, I'm not doing that mistake again. 3 plus 1 because of that. I have 2 stump points. So I will.
You can reload your gun.
Gonna reload. Yep. And I'm going to skirmish forward. So as a thing you would never do as an arquebusier because it's there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't be able to do it, but movie magic. As I'm moving on the move at like about another. I skirmish myself forward 2 yards, firing at him. So that slow pacing march, and then back, reload, and continue marching.
Like a red coat.
He's stunt point reloaded so many times. Does he get like inspiration on how to create a magazine for his gun yet?
So there is a way that you can like get a favored stunt that makes it cost less, but I don't know. There's stuff that you can do. 13. That's pretty nifty.
Damage?
Pretty nifty.
Damn.
You blast a hole in this guy, and you see just blood and bones splatter as he snarls. Like he felt that one. You see a wound. Like it's not a mortal wound, but it is an obvious gunshot wound on this thing that's fighting Hector. Balor.
First thing I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead. Okay. Well,
just to reiterate, Nash is at the water's edge casting a whirlpool, trying to make the turtles not make it to the water, and then there's another one that you're in mortal combat with.
Turtles gay!
Yes. Really quick before I say anything about my turn, though, I'm surprised this hasn't been said. No one said anything about someone literally shooting fish in a barrel.
That's true.
That's racist.
Yeah. I was gonna say if he missed that would have just been he wouldn't be able to live it down.
It's fair. I did not realize that he was doing that.
All of you. I blame all of you for missing it, except for Aaron.
I think you missed it too, Gary. I don't even.
Shut up, Keon.
We're idiots!
Okay, so I'm going to look to Lawrence, who will go before the other guy, and I'll look to him and I'll say, Larry, go after him, take him down. I've got this one, and then I'll get back to my feet, kind of twist the chalk of my hand almost so it looks almost like a shield, and I stand there. I'm gonna guard up at a +2 to my defense, and then I will say to the creature in front of me, this one, I say, come creature, let me give you a beautiful death. And I'm going to, just for the drama, I'll go ahead and prepare to hit him in the face as soon as he approaches to make his attack. To attack him first with my mace.
Hey, go ahead and make the attack. He'll do it.
Cool. Let's do it. He steps in. And I probably miss.
That will miss. Unless.
What?
Not unless I use that boon.
Yeah. You can use it to reroll a dice, or you can use add +2.
Let's re-roll for the sake of maybe getting some stunts. There we go.
And you did. You have
And
4
I
stunt
did.
points. So yeah, your mace careens
Go!
into his face.
Hell yeah.
Now we need to know is if he cares.
And then
4 is
it's one
not
shy,
bad.
so we'll make it a
Ooh,
mighty blow. And then they have armor, right? They look armored at least.
Yeah, they have natural armor. They have
So
tough skin.
We'll pierce that as well.
You said you're short one?
Short one for the lethal blow, but I can do mighty blow to do 2d6.
Okay. And you're blading the armor with the pierce armor. Not bad.
So that's 16.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
16? And you have this armor? Alright.
Man, she is pissed off about that damage that got dealt a second ago.
So, like, you hit him in the face, and his jaw breaks.
Hell yeah.
And so now it's just kind of like flopping there, bleeding. He lets out a roar of intense pain as you break his face with a morning star. Congratulations, he's officially the most hurt of the 3 sharks all of a sudden.
Is
Hell
Nash
yeah.
is the most hurt of the bunch?
Nash has taken the most damage, but has the most health.
Okay.
Percentage-wise.
Percentage-wise, the one that she just hit is the most hurt by a lot, because he's about to go down. Yeah,
Wait,
Lord,
that's my turn.
no, Hector. Before you go, Hector, before I forget, Steve is gonna come up behind this shark that just got stabbed, and he's gonna stab him in the back, prison style. And Steve doesn't miss. You know this. Steve doesn't miss.
Not my dude.
But he can do very little damage sometimes, so that's not fun. But it's okay.
Now I'm picturing Steve as like Colin Farrell's bullseye.
The
okay.
only bullseye.
Well, now that Steve jumped on that guy that was messing with me and stabbed him, I'm going to take off down the beach after dipshit who is causing this vortex. I'm gonna slap him in the eyeball with my whip.
As you do so, you pass over the turtles, and they're getting there, man. You like one of them will look up at you in slow mo.
Like slow-mo back down, half, like just scarred everywhere. I'm not bleeding anymore, but like give him a slow-mo smile. In the eyeball of Caster Shark.
It'll become turtle aroused. But yeah, go ahead and hit the shark.
That might it, but Hector Adonis is a gifted man. I swear to God, the turtles, they just want to fuck me. So I stay out of there.
Why don't go to PetSmart anymore?
There you go. There's the target. Yeah. Water whip.
That is it.
No fucking stunts.
Jeez.
Yeah. 6.
Plus.
Suck on it. +4.
It's not bad, buddy. It's not bad at all.
Right in his eye. Trying to break concentration on that spell if something's happening. Well, I mean, wherever it hits him.
Yeah, no, you draw blood across his face as well. He is very hurt at this point.
Who in the fuck tries to kill baby turtles?
Lawrence. Lawrence tries to kill baby turtles.
Slam.
Sorry, I'm trying to convince our mom to stop leaving. To
Yes,
not leave a bag of
I've
cat
watched.
Shit. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna do what I keep doing. I'm gonna just fucking go after this guy. I'm gonna go fucking full on attack. What is it called? Full on attack.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
I like that when it goes to Larry's turn, Larry has his cell phone out, he's looking down at it, he's like, hold on, I got to talk to my mom about the cat shit. and then puts it away.
My mom's seahorse is taking a shit in the hallway. She won't put it outside. I don't understand the logic.
You hit, and yeah. 5 stop points.
I know. Oh, I know. Thank you. So I'm gonna hit him.
My mistake.
For that, yeah, it is. So I'm gonna hit him for that +2.
Uh-huh.
So 7, 8, 9, and then I'm gonna do a lethal blow, which is how much on top?
2 d6.
Lethal blow's only 2?
2d6.
Oh, 2d6. Got it. Hey!
So what's that all together? 15?
7, 8, 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 7 plus 2.
You will... How do you want to beat this guy here?
So, is he done?
Potentially.
So this is a finisher I like to call Squid Vicious, okay? And so every time I talk in the chthonic tug, you see like a big old tentacle come out of my mouth, and like it's like and that's how I talk that language. So you see it go all the way out of my mouth, like into his mouth, and he's like, and then I start like expanding it inside his mouth, and then with both of the swords, I just kind of saw his head off like that, and then I lift it up on my tongue, and then I eat it, and you see my esophagus get all big, and it gets all ground up, and then I projectile vomit a bunch of black bile, and that's it.
That's all. Okay.
Finish him.
So you're gonna eat his head.
I would be worse if I left his body without a purpose, right? Respecting his nutritional value.
Okay, well...
It's the way of the ocean.
It is the way of the ocean.
You're immediately sick because you ate an eldritch creature. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, yeah, the whirlpool stops. And the turtles then hit the water as it comes back from the whirlpool as the caster dies. And as it does so, all the sharks that are still fighting, they kind of start to seem not lethargic. They seem disoriented, much like the one that you cast Disorient on. They seem a little lost. Any of the ones that are close enough, they're going to start trying to run to the water. But Herness.
Being a caster and a fish guy, do I know that they were under some kind of mind control? Like, I get that impression?
You don't get that impression.
Okay.
Some sort of... Maybe they were being heightened. They definitely weren't... It wasn't like direct mind control, if anything. It was just some sort of incitement.
They weren't themselves, though.
It's hard to say with shark people, but maybe.
Fucking shoot them!
They were extra aggressive.
Well, they didn't know.
No more.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up so I maintain 12,
Go way down. No.
maintain 12 rounds.
Go way down.
12 rounds, 12 yards distance to the one I shot earlier.
Yeah.
And so, bang.
That's a hit.
12 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Jeez. How does that one die?
As he turns to run away, I stop moving forward and I just plant my feet, and I just kind of lower my arms a little bit because I'm not aiming anymore, and I just kind of blast into his back. And he just kind of flails backward suddenly as the shot hits him, and he kind of paths into the sand.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that one's dead.
Great shot.
Belor, the one you were fighting, turns to run.
Hey, bye. I didn't press the attack, so I can't hit him, right? Is it my turn?
I mean, you can. Yeah, it's your turn. You can run, and
I got lost there.
he turns to run, but he hasn't gone yet. So, like, he's just.
Just saw
He
Malor
turns.
cave that dude's head in and is like, bye.
Yeah, right as he turns, I do like a backspin kind of, so that the mace meets him the same direction he's turning, or at least that's the intent.
Ooh.
And that'll probably do it.
That's a hit.
Like the most beautiful moving murderer ever.
That
Just
is-
effortlessly spinning around, caving heads in.
That is
It's a graceful
literally
step.
exactly how much damage you need to do. So how does that
Perfect.
look?
Just as it sounds, yeah, as it goes to turn, I step in, do a back kind of twirl, and then the mace comes out and smashes its face, and it literally, the jaw, the part that's dangling attached here, it catches right underneath it. The jaw rips and goes flying as the rest of the head gets snapped back with the pull of the mace of the Morningstar. There's like some
Excellent.
fishy bits stuck on the spikes as she finishes the arc of her swing.
That he crunches down on his own jaw and dead as a doornail. That leaves one left.
Beautiful.
It's going to try to climb out of the pit. It is not going to climb out of the pit.
Just wiggle around him, spike some more.
Soul win.
While he's in the pit, I will shoot fish in a barrel since he's just stuck in there and can't go anywhere.
That's a hell of a roll there, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, friend. So I rolled an
Welcome.
18 with 4 stunt currents. I'm gonna roll 3 damage, and then I'm gonna use those stunt currents to do more damage. I think that lets me get another d6. 2, and that is 6 damage on top of that for 9 altogether. Big 9er with the Arcane Blast. Again, you guys see this sort of arcane disruption come from my gauntlet. Boom, it shoots out of the top. It almost looks like the heat waves you see rippling on top of a road on a hot day, blasting it in sort of a line.
You still have 2 points left. You can do it to reduce your magic point cost by 1 if you want to.
Actually, I'm not even using magic points. I'm just using my at-will Divine Blast that we get.
Oh, right. That doesn't use magic. Okay. In that
But if I have
case-
another 2, can I roll another? Can I do another d6 of damage?
I don't think you're supposed to, but sure.
Okay. If I'm not supposed to, but sure. Let's just go ahead and tack 1 onto the
One
top
more.
there for an even 10 altogether on that turn.
Just throw one last kick in afterwards.
Yeah, that's just the sizzle from the arcane magic on the back end.
So he's not getting out of that pit, and he's like almost dead. So
Cinematically, we're about to beat the shit out of
you blast him back. He lands on the spikes, and he's done.
I like to think that I shoot him, he comes up, he's over me, just about to finish me, and then there's a loud gunshot that rings out across the beach as Hernassa comes back to finish him off.
Yeah, for NASA, yeah, that's fine. You guys drop out of initiative order. The turtles have hit the water. All the sharks are dead at the same time, which, I didn't plan it that way. That's interesting. Gotta change the page here. Yep.
Hector's gonna fall out and grab that rum and fucking just take the pole land on the beach.
As the turtles enter the water sort of starts to glow. At first it looks supernatural, but eventually you just see that the darkness is receding enough to see the moon shining over the sea once again. The waves sort of calm, and the wind resumes, even though you never really realized it had stopped. And it's peaceful.
Well, I would just like to say, everyone was quite impressive. I don't think we could have done this without each other.
Just laying on my back, covered in sand and blood. There's just so much blood.
Healing, I'm coming up and healing them as I'm saying that. Just
There's like
casting.
arterial blood just
Yeah.
straight
As
up the side of the neck.
Yeah. Yep, just healing waters until they're healed up.
The old woman Una will come down the beach and start to tend to your wounds as well.
There's this moment before all that starts to happen, after the last body drops and that peaceful moment settles over the beach when the wind starts to blow again. And Balor just like stands tall, bloodied, with the rest of them, sandalled, splashed red, and lifts her head up to the moon and just takes in this perfect, beautiful moment.
I love the idea, like halfway bleeding, guts out, horribly scarred, like her ass is covered in gunpowder shit. We turn and look at you, and there's a full moon silhouetting you, like slow motion, blowing all your shit in the wind.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And I have 9 out of 29 hit points after that whole debacle.
I guess I should. Am I casting this stuff, Jahan, or is old lady gonna come down here and do some work?
Old lady will help you guys stop bleeding.
All right.
She also enlists the use of healing water. Her tattoos are glowing now. In the moonlight, they have like a faint blue glow to them. And she'll take you guys in to her oasis home and help you guys rest up for the night.
I'm a bit of a collector of tattoos. Those are quite interesting. Any chance you'd put one on me?
Give me a persuasion.
Can I cast empathy?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna give me a bonus on my communication here. 13 with 3 stunt points.
I would laugh so hard if you tried to cast it and the biffed. It's like,
so all this is the same thing y'all see me do before, where just reach over, hand clasp on hand, eye contact, me, you, me, you, and just make an intimate connection with this person. Communication, sorry.
Which
can I do
is that?
Bargaining? Empathy.
Oh yeah, what arcana is that on? Is that its own thing?
Psychic.
Alright, the psychic stuff. Sorry, I just need to read something real quick. Yeah, you can do persuasion. You said bargaining?
Yes.
Yeah, that could work.
Bargaining, can I use that? Yeah. We did something for you. And then a +2 to that, so 13 with 2 stunt points.
13 with 2 stunt points after you just did this favor for her. Yeah, she'll give you a tattoo.
Yes! I want a cool blue tattoo. A little crab. Or a little sea turtle, I mean.
Yeah, she'll give you a turtle. Specifically, she will give you a turtle. But she'll sit you down and she'll get her tattooing stick and hammer. Well, it's not a hammer, it's like another stick with like a heavy end. And she'll be chanting in a native tongue as she hammers this on your arm.
I'm past the rum around. I think there's a little bit. There's like an eighth of a bottle left at this point.
Yeah, everybody ties one on. Anyone else do anything of note this night?
I'm going about the beach like before heading to bed. I'd probably go pull. Take out like going over the bodies of the fallen and taking away anything of use. Specifically anything that's small value, baubles or anything like that, I would take off of them, and then I'll eventually start carrying them off. And since they're sea creatures, I don't bury them on the beach. I start like pushing them out I carry them out deep into the ocean, about like waist high or so, and then let the waves take them, and then I go back and just do that each time.
Did you skin them?
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna be annoyed about that when I'm done with this tattoo.
Can I go grab Nash's trident? It seemed like it was cooler than my trident that I can't use yet.
You want Nash's trident? Yeah, you can go get it.
Yeah. Is it better than mine?
Statistically, not really, but it looks cooler.
Cool. Bragging points.
No
Good
longer
trophy.
military work. It's the Trident of Nash.
His trident, pink and big. Yo trident stinks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you pick up his trident. It is a, it has sort of like an octopus head kind of looking thing. It looks like Cthulhu, just so you know what it looks like. And the prongs are tentacles, 3 tentacle prongs.
And it definitely doesn't do more damage than the one I have now. Definitely.
You have a military fork?
Yeah.
Isn't there like an actual trident?
I think that was the closest I could find.
Military fork is Trident.
Okay.
Basically.
Then yeah, it's the same.
How
But it
big
cool.
is the food in the military?
Those MREs are way bigger than they look on TV.
And I'll probably be, and once I've offered the bodies, I probably will offer a prayer to the sea god, offering the fallen born of its waters, return to its waters.
You remember her name? I'm just curious.
I thought I wrote it down, actually, now that you asked me.
My notes, I have Walter.
That is correct.
Oh, Aganira, the ocean god.
Agnir, yeah. Okay. Just wondering. Yeah, you'll send the bodies back to Agnir. When you're searching through their pockets, you find a lot of interesting things. Seashells, which you weren't necessarily expecting, but you get a handful of seashells. You also get a lot of human teeth, probably way more than you've ever wanted. I feel like 10's probably a lot. Yeah, they have human teeth. Oh.
And more teeth than I wanted to have.
They had shark heads with human teeth?
No. They have human teeth in their pockets.
Oh man, I was like, that's disgusting. Like,
That
y'all
would-
imagine that.
That would be far
like-
more disturbing.
Human teeth. These
Rows of
Never-
molars.
They
Oh,
were live
boy.
action Sonic the entire time.
On Monday, I was listening to Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and the disembodied voice of Troy Hewitt, Green Ronin's community manager, was talking about a dental mancer character he wanted to play that could just control teeth. Just rip people's teeth right out, build stairs out of teeth and stuff like that. And all the people on the stream were like, "No, Troy, you're not allowed to make characters anymore. You can't play with us, Troy." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's perfect for our table. Jahan would have much love for the dental mancer."
While we're talking about created mancers, corn mancer, just throwing that out there.
One guy controls corn, one guy controls teeth.
It's got the juice.
With
the juice.
those shells and teeth,
Juice.
as it were, could I essentially recharge, weird way to put it, but recharge my spend of beads? Because beads is just a collection of small valuables that are worth roughly 15 copper. That's kind of why I was fleecing them, because it's like, well, I don't deal
Oh.
coin that often.
I
deal in
gotcha.
collections of beads.
So you have like barter. Yeah, I mean seashells are historically currency,
Yeah.
which is probably why it's in their pockets in the first place. So yeah, you could. Yeah. I think that's fair.
My understanding is that Lawrence's like remembrance, his memory of his the Atlantean civilization is kind of sparse, but he remembers some things. Does having this interaction with Nash and like consuming his head and taking his trident, does that bring anything back?
Stars are right.
Well, so like eating his brain does not make you gain his knowledge, but I mean, yeah, hearing the old tongue again, hearing about Myrak, the fear god, once again, it does bring up some memories. You were very young when things happened, but there's a reason why your people aren't around anymore.
Eating each other.
And so you start to remember the fearful last days of your civilization.
It's all because of Myrak.
It might be.
Overfishing. Just packing you guys into tuna cans.
Long John Silver's.
Global warming caused a tidal shift, and you know the red algae. You guys just
Come on
couldn't hack
down
it.
for our special on ocean people fingers. Extra ranch.
Oh boy,
Disgusting.
they got Mick murdered. God, I would. I kind of want
Huey.
let's scrap this campaign. I want to play like McDonald's coming for his people. and like you guys have to defend him from becoming a Happy Meal. That sounds
We
fun.
have every other Wednesday open, Jahan. Let's talk about the Mick campaign on another. Let's have a sidebar.
Absolutely.
Let's
The
see if we
fast-
can catch if we can catch a McDonald's sponsorship. We can give away McRibs on the stream.
Nah, fish fillet all the way.
Oh, both. Let's call it the fresh out the box. It's a McRib with a fish fillet on it.
Ooh,
It's not fresh.
that's pretty
Oh.
fresh.
I'll try it when the McRib's back and let you guys know.
Thank you for your research.
The
Yeah.
fish
For your
fillet
sacrifice.
sandwich from McDonald's is the only way to get fresh fish in a
I put a-
landlocked
Can
state.
I put a hot and spicy chicken on it? Can I add to it? I might as well put the burger at this point. Just go for all of it.
See, now imagine filet of fish with McRib and some spicy chicken. And I'm thinking, this is the worst thing put between two pieces of bread in culinary history.
You're leaving a part out too, because it's the cow walking with a pig on its back with a flaming chicken through a pond, in a potato patch. Because you got to load
with
French fries.
fries.
with that
I
thing,
feel
too.
like I could take a bite of it, but I'm not even sure it would go down. I don't think I don't know if my gag reflex
You have
would
to
even let me put it all the
Open
way in my
multiple
body.
sauces, hot mustard, ranch, sweet and sour.
It's starting to
just
remind
the
me of the
Just the tip of the sandwich.
starting to remind me of the Squidbillies wing episode,
Shrimp.
which is pretty good. They made a chicken that had like 30 wings growing out of it, and it naturally produced ranch out of its butt. Yeah. So
I had the weirdest dream.
as you're pushing you push all these bodies into the ocean and let them sort themselves out. When you push Nash into the ocean, a massive black sludge emerges from inside his body, and as it does so, that's alarming enough. But as you're watching it pour out, it'll shoot up and form tentacles, and they'll kind of wriggle and like make a screeching noise as they disappear into the ocean.
I would like to point out, because that would be incredibly alarming to
Yes.
see this thing come out. So that results in, I don't know if this matters at all, but that results in me pulling my pistol out and just on instinct just pack into the
Yeah, you shoot a big old grease tentacle, and it disappears into the water.
See, the reason that makes me sad, even though it makes sense, is now I'm short a bullet.
I'm so glad that you keep track of your ammo, because I'm not gonna. I didn't sign up for that. But yeah.
So yeah, there's probably that as I'm loading bodies, all of a sudden just pow on the beach because I panic and shoot at the sludge.
Yeah, it's an interesting little side point to notice, for sure. But you're victorious. You have returned the blessings of the turtle spirit to the bay, and now that you can see with the moonlight and all that stuff, you see the sandbar where all the ships were beaching is gone. It is under the water once again. It looks like and you can see your boat floating out there. In the
I
water.
dropped anchor intentionally when we jumped off of it, so he couldn't
Yeah.
pull it back into the water.
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, I'm not going to dick with you.
Letting
That
you
would have
know.
been hilarious. Just whoop and
Yep.
off it
Bye.
goes.
No, you guys
No.
did a favor.
I didn't want none of that.
You guys did a favor for the ocean goddess. If anything, the boat would float closer to you.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
another offering. Thank you. No, it's not an offering. Give it back.
as the night
Is this an Easter Island?
as the night ends, you all wake up feeling refreshed. You ate good food, you drank good rum, and when you wake up, the old woman is gone. She's not there when you wake up, but there is a conch shell sitting there, seemingly deliberately placed for you.
So, what do you all suppose this magical conch shell does?
Perhaps you should try rubbing it or blowing it or
I'm not
sticking
going
your
to
finger
touch
in
it. What if it's a cursed object? You
No,
know
no,
where I
pick it
come
up.
from. People
While
just,
he's saying it, I'll pick it up.
people just leave cursed object places all the time.
And you're telling me these boots are cursed also. Look at these.
Perhaps they do have a foul smell about them.
And then I will try all those things, like listen to it, just like put my hand in it, rub on it like a lamp, just all the way down.
When you blow it, it's very loud. It sounds like the most perfectly manufactured trumpet. Like it's crystal clear, very loud. It booms across the water.
Does anyone here consider themselves a musician? I'll look directly at Belor.
You want me to carry this shell? I mean,
Do you know how to play? Can you play an instrument?
I can figure it out, probably.
I assume the one associated with the goddess of beauty has the best shot, and I'll hand it to her.
You're not wrong. So besides does it make like a single tone, or... So I'm actually going to blow on it and see if I can flex the tone. And
You can flex the tone. Yeah.
So then I play a pentatonic scale and...
We all join in. We're a new acapella band.
You guys see a tidal wave just go by in the background. There are no more islands. They're all gone.
Just spamming the Song of Storms on some poor island.
Realistically, after like playing a little bit, I'll just say, I'll stop and I'll say something like, feel like this will have a more clear purpose in time. It's a little loud for casual music.
It's very, very loud.
And that being said, I will just slip it in with the rest of my stuff.
Excellent.
It looks like a beautiful day to sail.
Are you going to head back to your ship?
Unless anyone else has pressing business here.
No, this whole expedition was your idea.
We just ran away.
Yeah,
Not particularly an exhibition.
You return to your ship. It is as you left it. Steve and Walter are both with you. All of you have benefited from the rewards of sleeping at Una's oasis, and so all of you are now magically rested. You all can you could regain all your resources.
Man. It's the first time we've had normal rest since this game has started.
It was like the best rest
we
you've
would have
ever
opportunity.
had.
Me and Larry stayed up all night getting drunk.
Yeah, even if you stayed up all night getting drunk, you feel like $1,000,000 tonight.
No. This night we didn't because we ran out of rum when I started getting my tattoo. But the last time we had the opportunity to sleep, me and Lawrence did not.
Yeah, that's true.
If it makes you feel any better, I regained 0 HP because I didn't lose any.
Wow, look at you.
Well, I feel like $1,000,000.
Unfortunately, black powder and ball does not magically replenish. I have to buy that stuff.
But you set sail once again, sailing right over the where the sandbar was, barring your path onwards and outwards.
Solomon, let's get you to the king of the people.
Yes, about that, I wonder which of you has the most knowledge about the intricacies of this kingdom, political families, their crests, and how the upper echelon works. I'm afraid I need to start doing some research. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be.
Targaryens ran the kingdom of Westeros for hundreds of years until the Mad King had said to burn them all, and then he was killed by the Kingslayer Jaime
as
Lannister.
Lawrence starts spouting off this false history of some place you've never heard of, and you set sail. And you set sail towards your destination. That is where we're going to take our break while you guys are bellies full of fish and hearts full of hope. I'll take it away from you after the break. Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we'll be back shortly. $50 schmeckles, and we're back for the low price of 50 schmeckles. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Round Publishing. I'm still the Game Master, John, and I
am the Heckler Schmeckler. You can call me Schmeckles. I'm happy to be playing Schmeckler this week. So line up your Schmeckles and put them on the table, because I'm about to take them down one by Schmeckle!
And I am A.D. Springer, also known as Corbinian. No Schmeckles involved because I am reprising my role as Hernas, the Orcish Arquebusier.
And it's me, Aaron Baumier, above Schmeckles, as Valor, the Cleric of Washalia.
Oh, jeez, guys! I'm back as Hector Adonis! Oh!
It's Keon. I've never had to worry about Schmeckles because I had the tip snipped.
I want off this planet.
I don't even know what to do with myself sometimes. Keanu, does not matter what site Fresh Out the Box is being shown on. That theme slaps hard.
Thank you.
Says somebody
Corbinian,
on...
is this just what it's like for non-Americans to be in a room full of Americans? Is it just always horrible like this and you want to be launched off the planet?
For diplomatic purposes of our two countries, I cannot answer that question.
I think we're delightful. Is that not the case?
Yeah, no, that's what
Diplomatically,
they...
I cannot answer that question.
That's what they say that we think about us.
It's okay, even if we wanted to invade you, Corbinian, half of us don't know where Canada is. So, that's okay.
If it's
In
snowing,
the
you're getting
North
closer.
Pole. Where Santa lives.
Let's go to Alaska and keep going north.
Get there eventually.
If you're going north from Alaska, you've gone too far.
Don't tell them that. That's where they need to think Canada's at.
I
Yeah.
can see Russia from my house.
Okay, calm down, Sarah.
I wish you were Sarah Palin.
Past vice presidential candidate I was quoting. Yeah, so you've set sail once again, heading towards the free city of Torrance. Fish filling your bellies and hope in your hearts. You journey onwards. Give me sailing checks here. Let me see how you
know
do.
it. I'm fucking Hector Adonis.
I have something prepared, but there's always the chance that you get lost, and I have to make something up. So,
I will help you with navigation. Attempt to, anyway.
you're not exactly in uncharted territory here. Those rolls are passable. As you continue on your journey,
I'm going to use those 2 stunt points right there for efficient search. If resources of any kind are typically consumed in the course of your test, you may only use half as much as would be normal.
nice. You guys have some economy meals.
Good, because we have 2 extra people on our boat that we hadn't initially prepared for.
Sure.
We did, right? Not do.
No, you do.
We
We
do.
have 2 extra people now?
Walter
and
guy.
Steve.
and Steve.
Oh,
Steve.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
As soon as
Steve.
On the
John was like,
crew.
"Hey, get on their boat with you," I was like, "Fuck, we only packed for us."
Yeah, it's nice having another proper sailor on board. Between the
Oh,
three,
yeah.
between the 3 proper sailors, you guys pretty much have this boat nailed down, no problem.
Steven knows the lingo.
That's cool.
And
He's
Steve's also a decent teacher and doesn't mind teaching people. So like all of you get a little bit of not tie and learned, that kind of thing.
Speaking of teaching, who does know the most about the realm and royalty and laws and stuff? Would that be Belor or Hernassa? Because I know Belor is at
Probably
least
not Hernassa.
intelligent and travels. Well, Hernassa's a traveler. He's the most well-traveled.
Hernas
Yeah.
started traveling and then almost got arrested. Then you guys saved him.
The
Lawrence
most
and I.
He's a new traveler.
Yeah, the most Hernassa can tell you is his wanderings from the Orcish tribes and how the Orcish tribes work in their legends. And the most he ever is able to tell you about the human kingdoms is that they're big, ungainly, and inefficient and lack glory. And apparently they forsake the gods of old, which is going to be their downfall as a
We're
kingdom.
kind of outsiders, all of us, right? We're a regular motley crew.
I mean,
Maybe-
that is true because even Belor coming from the cloistered, it actually hasn't been that long, but she would still have an education of it to some degree from where the cloister gave her because that was where they were stationed. Like she'd have something of equivalent to like in mildly educated commoners' perspective of the system.
That's more than I've got. So yeah, I'm gonna
And
try
there's
to learn
also-
local laws and customs.
There's also
Heck
Walter,
of
but you don't know how much
And
he knows.
Walter. That's
Yeah,
right.
Walter's he's a little off.
Yeah,
I'm a well-traveled pirate trained in sea lore.
yeah, you know.
See, I'm trained in Fey lore too, but I need to know about like political lore. That's what I need to start learning. Trying to
Now
find
that
a
we have
trainer.
some extra people here, I'd like to take an opportunity to get into your books, if I'm able to, Solwyn.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing right now. While we have 3 people running the boat efficiently, it's study time. I'm going to teach you guys about books.
Yeah, same.
And I want to learn about politics. So I'll ask Walter, too, if he knows about politics and how much he likes to read these books.
Well, he can't read any of the books
Have you read
That's
them
a shame.
before?
because he's blind.
Oh, yeah, also a shame.
But, I mean, he knows some stuff
Beige Trail.
about the government. What do you want to
Okay,
know?
cool. I want to learn just all the things like, local heraldries and who the big player families are. And then as it, progresses, I'll learn more about the vassals and stuff like that. But basically, I need to learn how to start playing the system because getting human help was not as easy as I thought it would be. So I need to learn the ins and outs of how the monarchies work here.
Gotcha. I mean, he can give you the basics of, like, feudalism. He could run you through that. And, I mean, him and Belor, I mean, both of you are from the kingdom. So you were there when the king died and when everything changed.
That's right.
So you know that the king's son is giving power to these religious zealots. As far as, like, local, if you want to know more about, like, the smaller lords, I mean, they could tell you what they know.
Now it would be more like that about the prince and about the the religious lords. I guess those would be the ones who I need to start to appease, or the ones.
That's sort of what I ended up telling you after we have this conversation for a moment, or I'm just kind of floating around yours and Walter's. I throw in, I hate to say it, but the king's son, I can never remember his name, but he's rallied up the followers of the Bright Lord, and they've got quite a sizable force now, with being on the kingdom's coin. So I wouldn't trust them, being as Hernassa said, I think, that they'd disregard the old gods, but that might be something worth looking into.
You see, the elves, we're much older than human politics or history. We need help at this present time, and so usually we turn a blind eye to whatever has the humans' attention for this century. and let them play their own political game. However, if this is the largest united army, this is the help I seek.
Well, one thing I will tell you, this is probably just from being a human and dealing with other humans. It will have to be an exchange of some kind. There is no human that I've ever met that would do anything without their explicit benefit. And that is, of course, why Roshalia's existence is so important, because we ask for no return.
Yes, I must find a way to appease these bright lords. Something that doesn't offend the realm. We don't have time for a full uprising, reinstating new leadership, raising armies, and then going to the Fae. That will take decades.
It's a fair point.
An alternative I might suggest to you is winning the respect of the Orcish tribes. May not be as large and sprawling as the human army, but they are greater in courage and martial prowess. And the only way to convince them is through achievement and show of strength. So through some great deeds, then you could win the hearts of the various chieftains. I would advise avoiding black powder. They tend to frown upon that, but magic or slaying of some great beast or another, a Malnasa, what have you, Malnasto will be of sufficient rallying glory.
Elves and orcs have a troubled history. However, orcs do listen to reason and stand to understand simple logics that humans' personalities don't let them to consume.
Orcs don't waste time.
Right. Perhaps seeking the help of the orcs is wise. And then, that could be used as a chip to barter with the humans. Very well. Thank you, Hanasa, for the insight. I believe I'll start to research Orcish culture immediately.
One more question.
Yes.
What is the danger at risk, or what is the risk here again for the human realm?
I say sort of a best case scenario. Your nightmares are infested by monsters who steal your children. Sort of a worst case scenario would be the sun ruptures open, shattering shards of the solar energy across the realm, and dark beasts would pour forth, bringing your land into eternal darkness for centuries to come.
Okay, I like everything you guys are saying. I will correct a few things. Everything you just said at the end there, that was pretty much right. Yeah, that could happen. But pretty much everything that you guys have experienced in your adventures has been kind of a side effect of the Nightmare Realm. You've battled a feral darkling creature in the mountain town. The troll is also a fey creature. And then this Sharkman Nash was also working for a fear god. So there's a lot of fear in the Nightmare Realm coming into your realm already. You've already seen the effects in this world. The Fae are pretty prevalent in day-to-day life. Like, you don't necessarily see them all the time, but, you know, like, people leave milk out. You know, people build fairy houses, that kind of thing. People believe, and, you know, your people have gotten along for a very long time. Things have turned sour recently, and you can feel it all across the human realm pretty much immediately. Just pointing that out.
I see. Like I said, I don't exactly trust the humans, if you will, but regardless, you're right. If it's easier and quicker to go to the orc tribes, then
I would say that these bright lords, what they're doing seems terrible. Defacing the statues of the old gods is horrible. But what's even more horrible is reality shattering and being taken over by destructive nightmare creatures. And if I have to work with religious zealots to get it done, well then so be it.
They're not going to work with you. And even if they did, they would betray you.
Walter
Bring
will,
them back to your realm.
Walter will speak up at this. Yeah, he's right. They're just as likely to burn out your eyes as to help you. And then he'll
But it just so happens I know quite a large force myself, not associated with it. It is possible we could rally the pirates and bring them to your cause. I'm not exactly on the best terms with some of them now, but still friendly with others.
Another great idea. An army of pirates and orcs might suffice for an entire human army.
I would put my money on an army of pirates and orcs over the Imperial scum any day.
And
Oh. What
If I
about you,
can-
Lawrence? Do you have what of the fish people? Is there a kingdom of which you represent? A mighty kingdom of aquatic warriors and strong mages? Some sort of force to be reckoned with from beyond the deep?
I know that he knows some of the fish women.
Yeah, I've been around some fishy ladies, if you know what I'm saying, alright? But I believe most of them were ripped apart limb by some sort of dark, demonic nightmare energy. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think they're all dead.
That's
But what-
terrible. I can't imagine what would have caused something like that.
No clue. Yeah, very strange.
You don't happen to know what caused this outbreak of the darkness coming this way, do you?
Absolutely, I do. I was there when it happened. Let me set the scene for you. I stand up and push some of the books aside. It was a nice, cool autumn night. The entire family was set across the table. As far as the eye can see, there was a banquet. There was wine flowing, there were creatures about, and fat flowers were falling down. Oh, did we party and enjoy all of the treats. That was when I kicked my feet up on the table, I leaned back, and I enjoyed some fine honey mead. At that time, my banished brother came through the door. Kaboom! He kicked the doors open. Creatures fled in. All throughout the room, they went across the walls, the floors, shadowy creatures, dark and foul things. I kicked up my seat and rose my gauntlet as if to fight back against these creatures. I was thrown to the floor, and then, behind my father, a blade to his neck, my brother took the throne of the Sun King. He banished me to this realm. My other brother stayed behind in the Fey realm, where he tries to grow an army from the inside. But I am tasked here with this very dreary mortal realm and full of people who don't seem to want to help very much. My father.
This is your brother's fault.
Well, my banished brother, yes. He was the middle child with no future in sight for being a ruler, no heir, and so into the darkness he went, seeking all of the unholy alliances of the Fey realm.
Sounds like messy family business.
Isn't it always?
and still to this day, you're not quite sure how he managed it. Because even the Darklings wouldn't necessarily work with your brother. Seems like shenanigans are afoot.
Shenanigans indeed. Lawrence, I'm guessing your family wasn't killed only a week ago.
I think I'm pretty fucking old. I'm not sure how old.
Exactly. So there's something else foul at play here. That wasn't our fault.
Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, it might have been my fault. For all I know, probably was.
Don't talk like that. It definitely wasn't your fault, my friend.
Thank you, Egg.
Yeah, it's not like your parents got to fuck. Oh boy, it's a rough joke. All right.
You have to deliver that one with way more confidence because that's a good joke. You just gotta dunk on it next time.
Yeah,
Sometimes it just takes your parents 30 years to do it, though.
I started thinking about, like, there might be some kid watching right now that's
We
like,
can't make that joke because our parents are happily married. So
we can make that joke. We're the only ones that can make that joke. We stand here on our island of love and, like, successful marriage.
Just make jokes the rest.
Sounds terrible.
They don't see each other. That's fine.
Poor Gary. Gary's just upset because the divorce was his fault.
You know, that's fucked up, dude. They stayed together right until I moved out. As soon as I moved out, they got divorced, so you're probably right. They're like, finally, this fucking guy's out of here. We can get divorced.
Oh, boy.
And
No,
those
no.
nightmares at work right now.
Don't worry, it wasn't my fault. It was my mom's boyfriend's dick's fault.
There you go.
Thanks, Facebook.
I would like to, as much as I would like to keep making fun of the divorce of the Avengers, let's move it along. So you tell
let's
us.
Let's circle back.
Circle back to this. Circle back. So you tell this great story. If anyone has any thoughts, Walter will clap. He liked it. It's a good story.
Walter's great. He really gets it.
He gets it.
I give you a little salute.
I would be careful. When you tell that story again in front of orcs, to make sure you have an achievement greater than his. Orcish tribes respect strength, and your brother sounds, although cunning and guileful,
Much more powerful.
he sits the throne and you do not.
Yes,
And that
right.
is-
And then I have another brother, right? The eldest. He's also much more powerful than I. So
So are you saying if we want to win over the orcs, we have to turn this zero into a hero?
I suppose you could say it that way. Yes.
I know just the satyr. To the hero. I don't think we can sing that.
Yeah, this stops so we don't get copyrighted.
Someone keeps reporting all of my Facebook videos for copyright infringement.
Because I look like David Cross.
Bunch of dicks.
Okay, too.
You do kind of look like David Cross, yeah. So this is kind of the tone for your sailing. You're sharing stories, getting to know one another, and that was pretty good. That was a good aside. I liked it. That was some good character interaction. You sail for a few days, no real issues. You guys aren't in uncharted waters. You're not anywhere weird. You're not having, you're not starving. You properly planned. Everything's going your way. It's a pretty run-of-the-mill journey. As night falls on the third day, as the sun begins to set anyways, you can see windows on the cliffside starting to fill with candlelight as the sun starts to go down. As you see, now that you now realize there's a town kind of just right on the cliffside. You are now sailing along the island that Torrance is on, but you're on like the far end, really far away from the city. It's a large island, and this side is all sheer cliffs, which is one of the reasons why Torrance has not lost its independence to the kingdom, because the side facing the kingdom is sheer cliffs.
like a White Cliffs of Dover type
Yes,
of situation.
exactly like the White Cliffs of Dover. It's very beautiful to look at. But right on the side, there's a thin coastline at the base of this cliff, and there's a town built on it, and onto the cliffside. That, while striking, while beautiful, and while it gets your attention, isn't necessarily what sticks out the most. You see a ship moored at their docks, flying the Inquisitor flag.
No. I just realized that the Inquisitor flag, yeah, that's a problem.
That is what we want to avoid.
Yeah, it looks like they beat us to the Torrance, or to this island at least.
They beat us to this side. They're not welcome on the other side.
Is our boat nice? Like, or are we planning on eventually trying to upgrade to a bigger boat?
We're going to throw this in the trash the first chance we get.
How nice is this Inquisitor boat?
Nice.
It's like a galley. It's pretty big.
I mean,
Too big for us to steal on our own.
I for one think if we could get our hands on one of those, no one would fuck with us.
If you can rally a crew of able-bodied sailors and
Yeah, you need,
musketeers and arquebusiers.
You need like
Or a
20.
or a crew of able-bodied orcs.
Oh,
If there are any orcs in Torrance willing to take up boating again, that would be interesting, actually. Like, there's a moment where Hernandez is about to say that's not possible, then he thinks again, it's like, actually.
Get
Yeah,
some
you-
orcs, steal the ship.
Yeah, you come from the Valley of the Star, but there are orcs that actually live in this part of the world as well.
Yeah. Different tribes.
Perhaps-
Like, I don't know them very much, but
Perhaps we should make an introduction.
Every
I might be
time
related to one of them.
Every time I see one of these Inquisitor ships, my first instinct is fear. Fear sweeps over. However, I now realize that wherever we see this flag, there are potential allies. Whoever these people are here to harass, all we have to do is follow them, until we find where they're keeping their prisoners or who they're here to punish. Those shall be our new friends, our allies, and perhaps they'll help guide us along the way.
You are going to be a great pirate.
The benefit, too, is that my understanding, and feel free, sailors, to correct me, but Torrance being a free city does not bend knee to to the kingdom's king, so the Inquisition's might is blunted here compared to even Eastport.
That's why they parked on this side of the island.
Yeah.
No one wants them in the public ports.
Yeah, technically they don't have jurisdiction there, as far as you know.
Get that spyglass out. Can we see if they're on that ship or are they up in the cliffs dicking around?
Yeah, you spyglass out. Initial without a roll. You can see there's definitely some of them on the ship, manning the ship, guarding the ship, that kind of thing. But there's also a bunch of them in the town. They are visibly harassing people. You can see they do have some people they're rounding up. They're up to their shenanigans. You don't see a gallows built anywhere, so they're not executing people.
But I mean, that's a galley. They have more than 100 crew over there, right?
They have a large crew, yeah. But who knows how many of them are soldiers?
Like 20, 25 and up. 20-ish. Yeah, and that's right. They could all be sailors and deckhands and stuff. They might not be experienced combatants.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to make food and twine rope.
True.
Yeah, because the Inquisition isn't the entire army of the kingdom. It's just a subset. So, like, they put their flag above the actual flag of the ship, noting that they are commanding a different ship. So, essentially, they're in control of someone else's ship. That's how they move around.
Do you think we could safely get away with docking there, or should we dock elsewhere, do you think?
No. We will continue around. Inquisitors are going to do what they do. If we become involved here, we are exposed, alone, identified. We'll continue moving Solwyn quietly until we get done what we need to. If anything happens here, we can always extract our revenge later.
Hard to see, I know that the Inquisition is doing this all over the place, but seeing it in person and then having to sail around it is difficult.
Yeah, that's why your coven has created an underground resistance sort of, what do you call it? People smuggling. Yeah, you're trying to get people out of these. You're trying to save the persecuted peoples from them. The followers of Balor have sort of taken that upon themselves.
Of Oshalia.
Bolshalia, yeah. Your Balor.
Oh.
If you have concerns that we can address, I have no problem listening to them. But I do not want to put any of us in undue danger or sidetrack what we are trying to accomplish.
Would I know, most of those, where that route runs and everything?
Yeah, you would know of safe houses and that kind of thing.
And, okay.
Consider it like a subset of knowledge that you have.
Okay. Sure. I just say, since having to flee the followers of the Bright Lord, the clerics of Washalia have created an underground sort of escape. We could try to save these people, but I'm worried about their numbers.
Yeah, there are other ships moored here, so you wouldn't be the only ones. And it is possible to go unharassed by them. Your odds are a little worsened because of who you're with, but... Like
Might
all
be worth
like
sending
all
it to the
religious
crowd.
like all religious zealots, they tend to fear that which is different, and you have a lot of non-humans.
A galleon typically carries a crew of 50 to 400. We don't know how many of them there are. It doesn't look like they're in a position where we can rescue anyone because it's a town. And there are other boats who may or may not be on their payroll. So we go in, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us with Steve, against, let's say we have another dozen allies there. Then what? Less than 20 against 50 to 400. Today is not our day.
Was this not the town we were aiming for?
No,
We were sailing
this is
to?
not Torrance.
Well, it's not.
Yeah,
Torrance,
it's on the
mistake.
opposite side of this island.
This town is called Cliffside Harbor. But yeah,
Do I know if there's a safe house here specifically?
there's not one here specifically.
Okay. Then I stay quiet and disappointed.
Hey, yeah, it's up to you. You guys want to just skirt them and not go near them.
Once we are done in Torrance, we can return, and you will be able to establish a safe house then for future incidents.
If their boarding party is on shore, which it appears they are, perhaps this is our time to sabotage their ship. Surely whatever Harnassa uses, that explosive stuff, would blow a large hole in the side of this ship.
I would need considerably more black powder than I have in these pouches, as I hold up a grand total of 15 little tubes. I rattle them. Less than half of each of these is filled with powder, the rest is shot. If we wish to grenadier a boat, we need a barrel as big as one of those, and I point to a water barrel. That
Well,
will take down most ships, but that is a fair amount of black powder.
we know where
Which-
plenty of that is.
Hmm?
We know where plenty of that is.
Place like Torrance would be trading in such things. Trade cities like that are where black powder flows.
On that ship.
On that
You
ship,
think they have
exactly.
black powder on the ship?
Yes, a galleon is carrying black powder.
I don't think
It
the
doesn't
power
have
of
cannon,
cannons-
John?
It does have cannons.
Which means they have a black powder reserve. Which means they have a
Yes.
magazine room.
Yep.
Which we'd have to
Odds
figure
are.
out where that is. Set it
The
up.
lore is alight with this idea.
Ugh. I can sail casually and remain unnoticed. Lawrence can swim in quite easily undetected. The rest of us are going to be an issue.
I think Harnassa will certainly have to go aboard. No one else has expertise in black powder the way he does.
And
He has
actually,
expertise in moving barrels.
okay, sailors, I have a question then for you. Roughly where is the black powder stored? Because maybe we can still use what Harnassa has to get in from the side. How deep does he have to go into this boat?
I would be familiar with that, right?
Yeah, probably. Give me
Of course
ship.
it would
Give me
be-
ship lore.
Would be quite
Yeah.
loud if we were to, I don't know, pour all of your black powder into a pouch, and I have a flint and steel. We can get up there.
What if we ever find the barrels in the magazine room? I hold up my arquebus, which is unloaded right now, and I pull the trigger, and you see it snap forward, and you see a spark come off of it. That
Even
will set
better.
off any exposed gunpowder. But I need to be next to it to do it, and I'd probably use a fuse so it doesn't blow up the minute I do it.
Torch
I
thrown
can
from a
lend
distance
you
would
s-
suffice.
I can lend you some suturing thread. If you need it.
While the 2 or 3 of you are aboard, Hector and I can speak to them. Hello, how are you? And just buy time while you're under the deck. Perhaps run a little bit of a look over here, not over there type of sleight of hand trick.
Whatever pulls their attention away. The trick is, the only thing I know for sure about the black powder is it would need to be somewhere where water would have a hard time getting to. So it wouldn't be on the top decks or anywhere near the edges. It'd be central to keep the powder from being
Typically, yeah.
Yes, it shouldn't be on the
damn black
bottom
powder
either.
is useless.
Anything on the outer edge of the boat's bound to get wet. just from seeping through the sides, so it would be something in the center contained.
Oh, I'll just tell them wherever the location is, John. If I know where it's at, it's right here.
Roll your ship knowledge if you.
What do I roll for that?
Don't you have ship lore?
Yeah, but I didn't set it up to roll correctly.
Oh, yeah, it'd be intelligence, and then you get a +2. Yep, you know where it is.
Man, that's a lot of stunt points. How do I use those?
There's role-playing stunts.
Compat,
Investigation, too.
Yeah, you can do investigation, you can do role play, exploration. Those are probably the ones where you want to use those. Exploration and role play. I don't see investigation. I guess I don't have it yet.
Okay, I'll give. So, with that, can I do like speedy search? Like, I don't know how you want me to apply exploration to that. Can I use those stunt points as speedy search for them to be able to get to it quickly?
Probably.
Oh, that's a thought.
Yeah,
It's also the
to find
object
a
of your
quick.
attention.
To find a quick
right,
route.
I guess that's how it is. Yeah, you guys find it quick, and then I can tell you how to open it. So speedy search 2, efficient search 2. So now stuff consumed would only be half as much. So will efficient search let them gain twice as much?
Maybe you only use half of her NASA's stash
Yeah.
for the breach.
Or
yeah,
even. Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
can.
then,
So I'll say
like,
with
no,
6
just-
stunt points, you know where it is, and I'll even say you kind of figure out their guard routine a little bit.
And then I will choose advantageous positioning for us on top of that.
Perfect.
Okay.
I do believe that
All
says
together.
up to 2 yards away. So
It's okay.
I'm gonna get me and Solon right in there, nice
Yeah.
and close to have this chat.
Uh,
Draw some ire.
are you guys gonna go try to sneak onto the ship? And how are you planning on doing that? We'll say at this time, night is fully fallen.
So is it just gonna be me and her NASA trying to get up in there?
I don't know. It's up to you.
And Steve with you guys, in case,
Steve
in
will
case
go.
it goes sideways.
You got to
Yeah,
bring
we
that
could-
expendable NPC with you.
I mean,
He's
can
the
I
greatest
totally-
warrior I've ever seen.
He is
Right
really-
now, in my head, Steve has a red bandana, the short sword dagger in his mouth, and a blue and white striped shirt with
It's
white
still
pants.
Steve Buscemi, right?
So the thing that I'm positive of is that he's not wearing
I
a shirt
forgot.
because he's the greatest warrior that ever did was.
It's just skinny old Steve Buscemi
With, like, anchor tattoos.
Yes, and they're like soggy
Right.
on his arms. They're all wrinkly. Yeah, we're seeing it.
Yeah,
They're kind of
he has
greenish
that
now.
leathery sailor skin.
So what we could do, and I'm pulling from my Assassin's Creed video games for a moment here. If we can get near to the boat, we can climb like the back or the sides of the ship and try to sneak up and over the deck and get as quickly as we can while they're distracted to one of the hatches and get below decks. And at that point, we need to be fast because there are sailors crawling all over the
I
place.
did just read that advantageous positioning can be used more than once within the same test if we have enough stunt points, and I have 2. So I'd like to use it to drop them off on the side of the boat unknowingly as we pull up to the other side to draw attention away from where we let them go.
Yeah, get out of line of
Throw a
sight.
rope on something.
Get too close for them. And I do have that
Yep.
rope ladder if you guys need to use it.
Ooh.
Give me a sailing check. Someone give me a sailing check. Someone give me a stealth check.
We'll get a stealth check out of the way.
Instead of going in through the top, can we use that gunpowder to breach the outside?
It'd be way too small. You need enough to cause a breach in the side of a hull of a ship.
Like a little claymore.
They do.
does
There
make sense.
are windows and
Surprise is key.
cannon
Let's
holes.
not blow anything up on the way in.
There are cannon holes and windows on the sides
Unless
of
you
galleys.
absolutely cannot help it. Then blow it up.
I mean, if we can slip through on the cannon holes, we just have to push one of the cannons in.
Your choices are cannon hole, window, the balcony on the back of the ship for the captain's quarters, or the top of the ship. Those are your options.
We don't want to do the glass because that's loud. How strong are you, Lawrence?
Lawrence
Strength
is
wise.
strong.
Oh, I do have a might talent focus thing. I think that.
Really?
Yeah, he has the
Then
might
the
focus.
cannon's actually viable, because that's my problem. Is like I was thinking pushing the cannon, but cannons are heavy and my strength isn't great. It's okay, but it's not great.
They're
think I
in
did.
tracks though on galleons.
Yeah, but they're heavy suckers too. Is the thing. What's strength 1? You know.
Yeah.
Like, give me a day, I got it. You know.
What are we looking up? Hot girls with Steve Buscemi's eyes.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Is that just Amanda Siegfried?
Oh.
No, but it ruins everything.
Oh wow.
I gotta look it up again.
Yeah, that is next level. Thank you, Keon. Today you
Yeah, you're
have won the internet. You
Oh,
have won.
That's an
stone
old
one.
too. Oh no.
Oh, man.
No.
Points.
Oh.
They look like you guys seen Rick and Morty with the eye holes?
Yeah.
I am the eye hole man.
They look like they have eye holes.
Nobody touches my eye holes.
God, how can two eyes look so tired?
Whew. Boy, this is
Because
something.
we already talked about this. 9/11, John.
Okay, he hasn't slept since 9/11. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
he's really tired and you
Guilt
catch
from the planes.
And he's still pulling out like body parts and shit.
No. This those are horrible eyes. Poor Steve Buscemi. We still love you, Steve. We just don't want to look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
You look at us.
Just fucking wear sunglasses.
Is this better, guys? Yeah. So, your point of egress to this galley is
We're gonna try to push in one of the cannons.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up right, nice and quiet behind them, just like I'm a fishing boat.
the stealth
rolling
check's on
up,
point, and so
dropping them off at the back, pulling right up around them to let Solwyn and I spout off and hopefully pass some communication checks against these
I'm gonna
fucks.
jump in that too.
Oh, nice. Oh man, the beauty's gonna go a long way with these guys, huh? You're about to
Please.
manipulate them
Hopefully.
with feminine wiles.
please
Wait,
do
so-
it.
So is Walter just on the ship like, whatever, go, where are you?
Yes, right. And I feel like we discussed this with Walter. He knows to do that. Like if we're failing, then he also makes a scene.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
anything to keep them away from looking below decks.
Help me! Help me! They're stealing me! Help me right now!
Inquisition, save me! No, you're not
Like,
helping
no,
anymore.
no, that's not good. Shut up.
Wait, so if
My eyes.
he's the only one on the ship, can we park it in a handicap?
He's
spot?
not the only one on the ship.
God damn it.
We get the first dock parking spot when we pull up, though.
The little blue thing on our mask.
That's the issue. The Inquisitors parked in it. You gotta move.
They would, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
can only
push
park
that-
there if you have the appropriate flag.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
right. You have to put up the blue and white flag before you can park there.
Ableism aside, let's get back on track here. So he's not the only one on the ship, I don't think. Are all of you going?
So,
Everybody? Everybody
me
going?
and Lawrence are.
No, someone's not
going
going.
over.
Lawrence, Harnas,
Oh.
and Steve.
You're just gonna yell at him from the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
All right, Lawrence.
We are going to draw the attention of everyone that we can on there to us, while you guys go in on the opposite side, unnoticed. Hopefully.
Yeah, because I'm thinking we're over here trying to crawl up the side, and they're on this
Mhm.
boat shouting at them. So like they're looking this way while we're going. Don't mind us. We're just moving your cannons around. You know.
You don't
Yeah,
happen to still have that loud seashell, do you?
I do have that loud seashell. And I pull it out of my bag, wherever my bag is.
And
Jahan, you know it's about to pop off. Let us roll these dice. So
yeah,
come
roll them. So first, I need the mic check. Is
Already
that
did it.
13?
on. Mic check. Is Lawrence about to spit hot fire with that?
Do you have
mic
any?
check?
Do you have any boons?
No.
Yeah.
No.
If I help,
That's good enough.
that adds +2.
If you help it, I plus 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you already use your boon?
Yeah, you used it earlier.
Okay.
But I'll help push and try to give that extra +2 on top of it, because I know you're stronger than I am. So I'm helping you out.
Yeah, he's
So
the
I'll
only other
clean for
player.
dear life on the side of this boat. Just move your stupid cannon.
Since no one can use channel points, what do you think, YouTube and Facebook? Should I boon them all? Let me know, and I'll consider it.
Or
but-
Doom, you know, you don't have to be.
Or
nice all
Doom,
the
you can Doom, yeah.
time.
Vote
Be
now.
nice to them. Be mean to them.
I'm in that chat, so yeah, you should.
That's all we needed.
Go ahead and make that roll, Hernas.
There it is. Jeez, it took me forever to find it.
That's enough to assist, so you will add a +2 to his roll, and that'll get you guys in. You guys didn't fail bad enough to not push a cannon on rails. Not bad. So you push the cannon back.
Boone. Yes, they said boone.
Oh, yep. All right, everybody get booned. Everybody's got
What's
one.
up?
Thank you.
It's not a TPK situation. They don't need dooms yet.
Confused.
Give them a boon.
Very true.
Yeah, Sean only dooms when they think it could kill everybody. So you enter the ship. The two of you are on the cannon level. Unlike the last ship you're on, this level is just cannons. This is a solid level of cannons. Are you on the other side of the ship blowing this horn now? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, I'm gonna, as we come around, you know, start to make that attention or whatever, get in the right spot. I'm gonna let out a nice, long, solid, ridiculously loud conch horn.
As you blow the conch horn, it is very, very loud. And people start to look towards you from the shore. There's soldiers running along the shore like, hey, there they are. They're over there. And people are on the boat also looking for you. And
Hey,
they
over
don't
here.
know much what to make of it. They are concerned. It is definitely not a good thing. But as they're looking at you, your ship becomes obscured in mist. As the whole bay just kind of becomes saturated with this mist.
I'm going to lower the conch.
Did we just do that with the conch on accident?
You don't know. You don't know. Coincidence? Who knows?
Fuck yeah, infiltrate away.
But yeah, so the three of you, because Steve's there.
Of course.
I'm so glad he's Steve Buscemi now.
I am too. This is so good.
This is so good. So where you guys want to
Hey,
go?
fellow kids. Are there any people on the cannon deck?
No, cannon deck is deserted currently.
Sick.
There's no point manning it when you're in port, unless you're just like super paranoid.
I mean, they are Inquisitors, but I see what you're saying.
No,
I mean, we can't be that far from the ammo stash.
you're not that far because you are on the cannon deck, so that would make sense. And you are also given like the quickest route possible from Hector.
How far is the cannon deck from the poop deck?
Sometimes they overlap. You gotta go front to back.
Yeah. Sometimes the cannon's in the poop deck.
If everything's going the way it's supposed to, that's exactly correct.
So poop decks aside, you hit the stairs, and you move without really any encounters. A lot of the crew, you'll start to notice, are on shore or on top of deck or sleeping, taking their breaks and whatnot. None of them are manning the combat decks. They're not in a combat situation at all. So
You'll steal everything, Lawrence.
I mean, with your knowledge of where the magazines are and like all this other stuff that you guys rolled, you do successfully infiltrate this ship, and you get to the magazine doors. It's just sort of like it's a wall you're walking past. There's like very short steps that just lead into the wall, and then there's a door there, and that's where Hector told you to expect the magazine.
I will try to open the door.
It's locked.
Which would be a sane thing to do.
I might check it.
Guys, I think I hear people coming.
Mic check one time.
Well, you're gonna need to buy me a bit of time as I reach into bits of my fishing tackle and start jamming bits of metal into as a makeshift like pick lock to try to get the door to unlock.
Is vampire aesthetically pleasing? Is that who that is?
No.
No, that is Avenging Penguin.
From way back?
Yeah, Veggie Penguin be on this show.
Yeah, Avenging Penguin done been around. What's up?
I like their suggestion there.
So jerk toy butt face.
Captain Sure Jerk Toy Buttface.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Way back when, shows up when Twitch goes down on YouTube. I feel like that's a fair reward.
He gets it.
Bet.
This is the ship of Sir Jerk Toy Buttface.
Lauren, Steve, if you could buy me time so they don't come down here. Yeah, I need time to set up a fuse so we don't just die while we're setting off the explosives.
No problem, mate. No problem, mate. Well, me and Steve are gonna do something we used to do back in the day. All right, here we go.
What we're about to do.
I'm gonna take off like a scarf that Hernas has been wearing this whole time, and I'm gonna throw it over my head. I'm a lady. I'm a pretty. And me and Steve are gonna pretend to start making out. But you can't see me at my face, so they can't tell I'm a fish person.
Like in the hallway where you think people are coming from?
Right. So that they walk in, they're like, "Oh, sorry, madam."
You're gonna give me a communication check. This is deception.
I wish I could help you.
Acting would count if you had that. But yeah.
Acting a big focus for a fighter.
A what check?
Communication, acting, or deception.
Oh, I actually have a 1.
What the fudge?
It's not terrible. 12 is not bad. Steve's helping with this, so you get essentially a 14.
You get stun points for that.
You have stun points.
Really pulling this off.
What page is that on again?
I rolled 2 1s and a 2 to see through your deception.
Oh no.
Yeah, the captain's name is pronounced Butafasi. His first name is Jacques Toy Butafasi.
Jacques Budaface.
Jacques Toy Butafasi.
Hey, Jack Toy Budaface.
I've had to do this with a few names in the past.
Page 79, by the way.
79 for.
You can't just name major NPCs.
Oh, these are so fucking thick.
Dr.
It's no
Whoopee
bear.
Cushion.
It's no Mayor John Mayer, but it'll do. Role-playing stunts. I got 3, right?
Yeah?
But he saw through my deception. Really don't. I'm gonna speak for these couple rounds. Sway the crowd.
I like stunned silence.
I'm thinking stun silence makes the most.
You're just so
sense.
good at making out.
Now, like, they don't believe him, and then, like, he turns and he's a fish man, and then they're just like, Ugh.
I'm gonna do. Because I got 3 points, so I'm gonna do sway the crowd and bon mot. I'm gonna put a little whipped cream on top of them catching us making out. I'm gonna say, "Oh, all right, that's what I like to call passing the tartar sauce," and they really like that, and so I won them over. And you affect one additional person of your choice past the original target. So the 2 guys, they're just moved by this show of love.
Hey, you guys mind getting out of here? I'm trying to score. That's my Buscemi. I'm not very good at it.
You know, that's really perfect.
How do you know Terror 2 worked on this script? I can tell you why.
They start touching feet.
it's they're just playing feet footsie. But yeah, the 2 guards that are coming are stunned by this development and like, we should give them some space. You guys got the rolls. Your makeout ruse passes somehow. Hernas, open this lock for me, sir.
What do you? I presume a dexterity roll to pick this.
If
lock?
you're gonna pick it, yeah.
I mean, I know the guaranteed way to do it. The problem was everyone on deck would know I did it. Bang! There, it's unlocked. No.
There's also the chance that you might blow everyone up.
Yeah.
That's not quite high enough, friend.
Just
That
go
does
in
look
right
like
after.
looks like a good time to spend a boon to re-roll a 1, though.
Yeah.
That's
Boon
true.
it up.
That turns that into a, what, 15? Yeah.
15, yeah.
So that is, yeah. You're about to not get it, and you just take a breath. Click.
Oh, that's swapping the tartar sauce, and as soon as you hear that, then you get in. You needed that extra second.
Oh. That's a little extra oomph you needed.
I don't quite make that sound though. I want to make that clear.
You don't finish mid lockpick. I'm proud of you.
Say, yeah, that makeout session's doing it for you.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do open the luck.
I'll open the door up and look around. And
Hey Lawrence, we can stop now. It's gratuitous at this point.
And we call this one swapping the cocktail sauce.
Hey.
Just that's for the record. That's the I don't want to say it. It's the mushing. It's the mushing together of syphilitic wings.
Yeah. I see that.
There you go. It's cocktail sauce for you. Anyways,
See why they call it Salty Steve now.
Good.
So,
Have you know, there are no STDs aboard my ship. We keep a clean crew.
the first thing I'll look for, because I am a self-serving orc sometimes, is there any, do they store any of their armory, like their ball and shot for their black powder weapon, like their hand rifles?
Let's see if you can find it. Go ahead and roll.
Perception. Tracking doesn't help here, but perception's my good stat.
They sure do, buddy. They sure do. You find their list, their inventory, and you know exactly where everything is in this room. You know who's been in here. You know when they were in here. You have the whole maintenance list. You got all that stuff, man.
I am gonna do speedy search to grab the stuff I'm looking for.
Okay.
But also grant myself resources at hand to get a relevant focus. I'm not sure what it would be, but basically setting up a trap or demolition skill.
Yeah, demolition for your
for focus, because it's one of those. It's not that I have the skill. It's like, oh, there's fuses. They actually have all the stuff I need to just blow this up. They just didn't think anyone was going to be in here to do it. Okay, cool, you know. How many shot do I recover?
How many do you have?
I currently have 15 total.
You get 10.
10.
Seems like a lot.
It is.
Almost double.
I
I can't argue with a roll of an 18 with 6 stop
Honestly.
points. Can't argue with it.
Yeah, I'm above 10 on both my ammo again. And I am reaching like hell because I'm greedy. There doesn't have to be an extra pistol in here, is there?
Oh, there definitely is an extra pistol here.
I'm taking one of those.
I was going to say, there's probably a gun in here. With that roll, you probably find it. But then, hey, you asked, so... Now I know what kind of gun you wanted. Yeah, no, you're good.
Once I grab that, and I kind of lash that pistol there. I'll think about reloading it later. And then I'll start setting the fuse, and I'll set the... I'll draw a bit of... I'll open up one of the barrels, set it, line a bit of gunpowder, and then set a fuse to that, to like a slow burning fuse. That way it'll sizzle down.
Let's see how
slow
slow burning.
That way it's just enough time for me and Lawrence and Steve to get out and jump out the way we came.
We'll see. Give me your demolition check.
I would presume this is intelligence.
That's fair.
I can't think of a better way to... I want to say perception, that doesn't make sense. It's intelligence. But I have...
You do have the relevant focus demolition temporarily.
Is there any way I can help this? No, because I don't have that talent. So that's 11 with the +2.
Looks great.
Uh,
Everything looks perfect.
when you light it, the fuse is going pretty. Oh,
But I think I didn't spend the gimme boon from the start of the episode.
you probably didn't.
That's correct.
That
You
is
have not
fair.
been both of yours.
I'm gonna re-roll the stunt one because no, please, I don't want to die. It's a lot of. Oh yeah, fudge muffin. It's 12.
12's
Oh,
12's
yeah.
not terrible. Did you add your +2 for the focus?
Sorry, that'd be that'd be 9, 10, 11 +2 is 13.
Is fudge muffin something they have at Tim Hortons?
They should, but
Maybe.
no, they don't.
So 13's not terrible. It doesn't blow up immediately.
Buggies.
The fuse is moving pretty quickly. You'll notice.
So I don't say anything to Lawrence or Steve. You just because you don't need me to say anything because I'll be running like crazy and diving out the cannon
Lawrence!
hole.
Lawrence, you see your compatriot run full speed.
Yep. Is this because of me and Steve's love?
Steve is also running.
Steve, they always leave me in the end.
Say shit. Just let it run.
I'm coming for you, Stevie. I chase him.
All right,
Jump off.
let's see how well everyone does. Give me athletics checks here to see if you guys screw the pooch.
Is that a strength?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sound of it.
I love that phrase, by the way. It's just one of my favorites.
Screw the pooch.
Let's see if you guys had sex with a dog real quick.
On
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah, let's see if you accidentally fucked a dog. Like, what?
It's not, babe. It's not what it looks like. I screwed the pooch.
Could I
And
use a
shit the
crow?
bed, too. It's like, what?
The
Really
pooch and
shit
the
the
bed.
bed.
You
Shit the
really
bed
ever-
though. That one is great.
Hernaz
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean-
12.
She's really shit
Can
the bed.
Can I do a climbing or might focus on that?
You have climbing focus?
I have, yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like if there's one I'm gonna accidentally do,
That
it's
helps.
shit the bed.
It's not terrible. So the two of you actually kind of struggle a little bit. You're like struggling to get through the window, but luckily Steve rolled 3 6s, and so
Yeah,
he's just
weird.
gonna yeet you
Is
both
this like
out
a
the window.
Winnie the Pooh moment? Like they hit it at the same time and they're
Kinda,
stuck,
yeah.
and Steve just smashes it.
Smashes through him like a beast. Na 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 na. Yeah, but you guys hit the water. Boom.
Stuck in the cannon hole.
Everyone aboard the smaller ship, you witness a massive, a truly massive explosion. It's easily the biggest explosion you've ever seen, and that goes for everybody present. Probably most people
And
don't see this kind of thing.
Our ship was right next to theirs.
You weren't next to it, because
Okay.
you sailed off to the other side to like blow your horn and stuff.
There
Not
is
to
this
toot your own horn or anything.
There's this awe on Balora's face, like it must be like Washalia, like herself. This is glorious.
Yeah, I was just
They just
listening.
I'll like see you taking it and I'll be like, it's usually not this pretty.
Yeah, I was listening to the porno for Pyros earlier, so that relevant. Oh, look at that.
A little bit, especially when it's in Inquisitors and their stuff burning. Even more beautiful, much prettier.
Yeah,
picture.
there is a lot of commotion going on shore. People wondering what's happening. You'll see like limbs landing in the bay. After the beauty of the initial explosion, it just turns into a grisly scene out of World War II, storming Omaha Beach, just showering body parts.
Well, now that that's not fun anymore, let's.
There's a guy on the docks, just like no legs, just screaming. Ah!
My problems were on that ship.
There's nothing fun about explosions. The aftermath. Explosions just are so mean. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Oh, Jake! Oh, no, see you again! Your daughters were just born!
A day from retirement.
Oh man, I haven't done that bit in forever. Oh man.
Meanwhile, in the water, I'm holding my bandolier of like black powder and shot and my rifle. Oh, I'm swimming in one arm like this, desperately trying to keep my powder dry and keep myself afloat.
They got that shark skin pouch now.
standing on top of the water, looking down at you, Hernas, is Death himself, and he'll just nod his approval and then disappear.
I get on the plus side, swim. I get to brag to my tribe about blowing up a ship full of humans, so there's that. Downside, I'm stuck. Help.
But yeah, you will, I assume, pick up your saboteurs here out of the water.
Yeah, I'm scooping them up. We got the rope ladder. I'm doing that sailing style right up on them.
Excellent. You find them in the mist. You guys climb on board. Damage done. Jesus Christ.
So I guess we didn't like my idea of taking that ship for our own. But it's
This was a better idea.
And then we'll just dip out of here since we're not seen at all because of that fog. We're gone.
Yes.
Right over to where we need to be on the other side.
Huh. Interesting.
I'd like to say something to you each as, and this is happening like after we make some good distance and the moment has worn a little bit. I think I understand what my journey is. All of the clerics who, after we had finished our time becoming educated and trained, we must fulfill a journey before we can return. And even though our organization has gone underground, that is still important, still must be respected. And I think that we need to first help you, Solwyn, of course, so that our world is not engulfed in darkness. But even further, I think we do need to, or my task, my journey, is to help us unite a force against these Inquisitors and those that would do the awful things that they do.
It looks like we have a ship full of pirates after all.
So,
Yes.
for the record, the Inquisitors...
Oh, no. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Keep going. Are you still going?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
done. I'm just like, Balor is like in it now. Is basically what she's saying.
Gotcha. So, for the record, the Inquisitors are mostly on shore, rounding people up. And at this display of violence, they're going to blame the people that they're oppressing for this, for sure. You'll start hearing shouts and accusations, and things really heat up on shore.
They're gonna start getting oppressed super hard. That's awesome. I'm glad we did that.
Many.
It's called murdered. But yes, it's pretty hard oppression, yeah.
Oh, I think we did a great job. I think we're gonna put our backs on that one and just go set sail.
The town didn't immediately rally and be like, oh, their ship blew up? Fuck these guys. Because there's nowhere for them to go now.
I mean, they don't need to go anywhere. They still have a military force on the docks. I mean, there could be a fight.
Larger than the town?
No, but the town's not full of fighters. Like, not even close.
Oh, fishmongers.
Yeah.
Well, should we turn around and go kill them?
I mean, most towns, 10% tops are fighters.
I mean, if we need to get enough more people to get a bigger boat to actually manage it. It is like Solwyn said, those people right there are the ones who would follow the cause.
Besides, their numbers are, their 100 strong are now, well, whatever's on shore, and they're short all the black powder they brought with them, and whatever armaments they brought in the hold.
And we're losing the element of surprise. So, I say
Maybe,
we
maybe not. They are blaming the townsfolk for what happened.
Well, they had people like up against the wall and stuff like we had seen before, right?
Yeah.
I say we swoop in and get him out of there.
If there's any other consolation, in victory we can loot what's left of the sunken ship.
We should be recruiting people to our side anyway. Seems like a good opportunity.
I
So-
load my 2 pistols and my rifle.
I shall go along if you think this is the best course of action.
I do not, but I don't think it's fair to put up those people in a position for something that we did.
I agree, it's not fair, but lots of things are not fair. The way I see this playing out in the long run, these people, these Dawnbringers, what have you, harass these townsfolk. This causes the countryside to rise up and revolt. They'll send their members, their elected council, to the main city. This entire realm, this whole island in no time, will be attacking all of these Dawn Guard on sight. If we allow them to massacre this one village, we may be empowering this entire place.
Then we let them know it was us.
That's fucked up.
We tell them who the enemy is.
Or we just let them believe that the enemy lurks here in the mists, and if they send their people, the people of this island will continue to attack. The people of this free kingdom won't stand. But of course, that's just, cracking a few eggs. If you think that the lives of these humans are worth saving, then we shall.
It is the duty of the strong to defend the weak. And we are the strong currently, and those people are the weak.
Huzzah.
Yeah. So, yeah, your option, you can go in, you can leave. I just wanted to make it clear that, they are going to blame somebody for the explosion. But yeah. So, are you guys going to go into the town?
I say we go in, we take the blame, and liberate the people.
Yeah, I'm not taking blame for shit. I'm going in
Oh,
guns
man.
blazing. There's still chaos and burning corpses laying around.
There's
I'm gonna
some
go up
chaos.
while they're accusing these people on the wall and shove their heads into it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go back to report to their council, like Solon says, I don't
We'll
want them
leave.
blaming these people. I don't want them
Oh, yeah.
blaming the random commoners that are just trying to live their lives. I want them to know that the enemy is just outside of their grasp and
That's
not
what we-
residing in some village among other folk like that.
That's
We
why
had-
we make sure there's no survivors.
We have a
One
say.
survivor, at least.
Dead men tell no tales. So we leave one.
Something bumps into your boat. You hear, like, something hit your boat.
I look over to see what it is.
There's a guy on some
Howdy.
driftwood. Unconscious.
There's a what, sorry?
A guy on some driftwood, unconscious.
One of theirs?
He's not dressed like an inquisitor.
Huh?
He's not dressed like an inquisitor. But
That guy seems alright.
that whole ship was not crewed by inquisitors only.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Are you gonna help him out of the water?
Yeah, we'll pull them up.
As
We've
you
been stranded at sea before. This shit sucks.
as you pull him up, you'll notice he is missing a leg.
Sick.
Seems to be a recent development. And you
That's
can-
all right. Yeah, legs all over the place. He could pick one.
Hernas, do you have the gunpowder to seal this? We'll put a piece
Uh,
of driftwood on it later.
I can take care of it in a much better way.
You may wish to trust your our trusty Chirurgeon rather than my
I mean,
gunpowder.
I could heal him too, but this is a perfect opportunity.
Well, I can still, attach a leg if you need me to.
I didn't actually say that.
Well, look, that leg right there has a matching pack color. Just grab it.
Oh, perfect.
He might be a little tall on the right side.
I don't know if you can do that, but
I'm honestly not going to try. We'll do a normal
normal heal.
flash wound on this.
It just doesn't take. He's Right.
I'm gonna practice any experiment.
He has 2 left feet now. He can only walk in circles.
I never could dance.
Turner.
Oh no. So yeah, you'll heal him up. Spend the points to cast a spell, but you don't have to roll anything. It's just the fact that you cared enough to do so. But yeah, you help him aboard your ship. You're getting ready to go do battle, potentially, with this, I don't even know what to call them, battalion of Inquisitors and soldiers. But before we find out how any of that turns out, we're going to have to call it for tonight.
You son of a bitch.
The air is thick with the smell of gunpowder, fire, and blood. And the docks are full of the screams of the oppressed as we end for this week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I swear I'm going to figure it out one of these days. I have been the Game Master Johannanon.
I am the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. It's me, Casualty CDG, and you can find me at Casualty CDG on all of the social media platforms. If you like tabletop role-playing games, come watch Jahan and I and friends play every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you don't like tabletop role-playing games, I hope you like movies. And if you don't like movies, I hope you like video games. And if you don't like video games, I hope you like streaming shows, because we have a podcast, and it's called Fresh Out the Podcast. It's like Fresh Out the Box, except we switched out the word box for podcast. You should listen to it. Thank you.
Good, it's good.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me on Twitter at ElectricMetCHSR, as well as under the name Corbinian on Twitch, as I am I'm still doing my Saturday Klingon games every 1 o'clock Eastern, 1:30 Eastern time, where I do Star Trek Adventures and Klingons try not to kill each other or kill the enemy, whichever happens first, usually the first. But there's also a new series I started doing of morning Go games and learning to be better at Go. And you can see me stream and learn about the game and tell me how much I suck or how good I am.
Nice. It's been me, Aaron Dippity Doo, as I'm known on the webs, also Aaron Bombier. I'm writing games, writing New Varden with Adventure Slaying Productions. You can see what we're doing at adventureslaying.com. And besides that, I'm also doing the Adventure Slaying podcast, where we just meet other individuals in the TTRPG space, and that's me.
What up, y'all? Thomas Avenger at Thomas Avenger and Mr. Avenger and everything. As always, thank you so much for spending your time with us this Thursday evening and having some fun playing this game, man. I had a blast. Your mic's muted, yeah.
Oh, about that. Yep, I see the green going.
Now you're good.
It's Keon, at King Keon on Instagram, Keon on all the music platforms, KIYAHN, that's KIY, always hate Nazis. Thank you for checking us out, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Stay fresh.